Hello everyone and welcome to another Feedami video. My name is Emmanuel and today Google has launched a new feature that allows you to link existing Google Sheets within the supplemental feeds. This was not possible a few months ago when everybody was joining GMC Next, and that is only possible if you could link it through a file format or when you copy and paste your existing content to the new file. Now Google has launched it so that you can add an existing file, but there are problems. So when we go and choose an existing spreadsheet in the supplemental feed option, you can choose your spreadsheet. When we select our spreadsheet, you can see it is linked in, but sometimes the continue button is grayed out, and that is because you need to go and click on this radio button and then back again, and then it will be ungrayed. I believe it's a little bug, but that is one way to resolve that issue. So now the second problem is once we click on continue, you will need to know which label to choose, which language, and then you can select the primary feed. Before you could select the primary feed and then the feed label was the second option. And that option was actually after you select the language, but now it's done in a way that it's very difficult to choose. You can also not select multiple labels, so every sheet that you link, you have to create a new sheet for every file, or you could link every existing Google Sheet to multiple feed labels, but not in one go. You have to go it one by one, which is a little bit silly. You can also not even use the feed rules to manually add it that way, which also was possible before that. So this change is actually not really great. But anyways, let's go and select our feed label. We select that. And then let's say we know it's in English for the US, but let's say we choose French. Now the primary feed does not show up because there's none existing in this combination. So when we select English, then we can see that the primary feed is available. Now this creates, of course, a problem that you need to know everything in beforehand before you can even link it, which is not a great situation, while before everything was shown to you without any issues. So then we click on create data source, and that is then how you link it up. Now, as I mentioned, so unfortunately, if you have, for example, 10 primary feeds and they're all for different countries, but all in English, you can no longer link this specific spreadsheet setup to the primary feed, all 10 of them. So now you have to go and, so we click away. We go back to supplemental sources. Now we have to click again on add, go again to Google Sheets and link it again, and then go through all the steps. It's really annoying. I recommend that you submit feedback to Google Sheets, because how it was working before, where you could select first your language, then you get all the options within that language, all the primary feeds and the feed labels, all in one drop down. So you could see the primary feed and then all the feed labels within that country. And that was a much easier way to set this up. Now it's becoming actually a lot more difficult to make everything work, especially if you have multiple feeds. So to submit feedback, you click on the question mark and then you go to the bottom, send us feedback. You can share this video if you want, if they need to see why it is a problem. So hopefully Google will improve this. I'm sure they will improve as they have added this new feature, and I'm sure this is a little bit annoying for quite a few merchants. Thank you very much for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one.